Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name's Leah, and today I'm actually going to be talking, as you can see from the title, about how to combat S.A.D or seasonal, Seasonal Affective Disorder. I always get the A wrong. Seasonal Affective Disorder. I suffer with it really badly. So what it is that because we don't get a lot of daylight in the UK during the winter months, and we're not getting a lot of vitamin D, it can make you feel really out of sorts, a little depressed, but also just other things. It can just really not, it doesn't make you feel good. You don't feel motivated. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to speak to anybody. You just kind of want to curl up in a ball. For me, I've struggled for so long with it, but I have found ways that if I use my planner, in certain ways, I can combat that. So there's sort of three things that I like to think about that I need to have to make me feel better. So one is vitamin D, and there's ways that I can get it. Two is making sure that I'm doing something and moving my body in order to get myself outside, force myself outside. Three is making sure that I still feel grounded, and I'm doing things to enable sleep and to make sure that I'm connecting with the earth. And I know that sounds quite hippie-ish, but in the sense that I just want to feel kind of, I'm not floating away, which is sometimes what I can feel like. So they're the three things that I like to tackle, and I tackle them in different ways. So I'll talk about the vitamin D that is required to help. We're just not getting enough of it. I just want to point out that next Monday, I think, is it the 15th? Yeah, next Monday, which is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, sorry, is Blue Monday. Blue Monday is the most depressing day of the year, and a lot of people really struggle with it. I mean, we are all feeling the pinch at the moment. We're all freezing. It's so dark outside. This is, by the way, this is by no means something to bring you down. Let me tell you, we are all feeling the same way. I hope that this helps you to come back up. So I wanted to show you, this is my self-care book. I've been using this since December, and it's taught me so many things. So I want to talk about my trackers, mainly my habit trackers, and how I've been using those, and what I need to do and what I put in here to help me to do that. So one of the things that I've noticed, so I do my mood. I follow my mood. I find December is always quite high because it's coming up to Christmas, and I generally just really enjoy the festive period, and then I do often get a bit of a down day afterwards because it is just so hard. I was working really hard over Christmas. I've been working hard over the last 2 weeks. I've been working really hard over the last few months, doing lots of late nights, and that doesn't help me when it comes to S.A.D. So I tracked a few things in December because I wanted to see if I would track them, and I feel like I did. And it was really interesting to see where things were dropping off and where things were impacting my mood. I've started in January now. Sorry, that was in December. I've started in January, and I've added a few bits in, but I've kind of kept them the same. Things that I wanted to really focus on were things like walking the dogs, vitamins, doing stuff that had nothing to do with social media, things that really will help my life and my health. So I had a really crap part of the first part of the year, and the last part of the year, you can see it dropped off, and I noticed that I haven't been taking my vitamins. And I feel like that's really had an impact on how I'm feeling. So that's something that I need to improve. I know that when I don't take my vitamins, I really struggle, especially vitamin D, during these months. So I need to get back into it. It's really hard to get yourself motivated if you haven't prepared yourself. And I haven't had time to put my vitamins into my vitamin pot. That's all it is. I just need to get them out. They're currently away, and because of that, I just haven't done it. And it's sort of out of sight, out of mind, and I just want to change that. So I am going to sort that out. That's something that I need to do. The other thing that I find is if I go outside and do my daily walks with the dogs, I feel so much better. And I can, I know when I was taking the dogs out for a walk, I mean, I've only done it, it says I've only done it 4 times, but that's not true. That can't be true. Oh, it might be true, to be fair, because I was really busy that week. And Em was off work, so Em took the dogs that day. True. Okay, so like, look at my mood. I didn't take the dogs out at all, and my mood was terrible. My sleep was also really bad during that week. So I know if I don't get enough sleep, then I'm going to have a really, really difficult time. I did wake up at 6:30 every day this week. I have been walking the dogs more. I have to say my sleep has been a lot better and my mood has got better. However, I came on my period today. So, of course, that makes a big difference to how I'm feeling. But I think had I not been coming on my period, I'd be right up there. So that's quite interesting, the patterns that I can see. So using my everyday habit trackers, routine trackers, is really helping me to identify any peaks and troughs. I don't use these to remind me how crap I'm doing. They're just showing me where, you know, if I'm doing it, I'm not forcing myself to do these things, but as long as I'm ticking things off when I do them, at least I've got a visual representation of why I might be feeling so bad or why I might be feeling so good. So those are the things that I've been tracking. So grounding is something that I find I'm doing much more. And what I mean by grounding is actually taking time out to do things that aren't work, that aren't family, that are just me. And this is why this self-care planner has been really important. So number one, I've been practicing gratitude every single day for the last, you know, so many days. And I really appreciate that I've been doing that. I have felt really good that I've done it. It has found some glimmers during like difficult times, so I really do enjoy that I have been practicing gratitude. This is last month, and I've done the same this month here. I just find it so easy to write this small amount. This takes me half a minute to do, and so that's not a lot of me time, but it is something. So even if I just did this every day, I would at least have taken some time out. My dog has decided that he's going to lick his paws while we're in here and make a really gross noise. Probably can't even hear it. The other thing I do is I do journal in my weekly section in this B6 planner. Now, it doesn't matter what you do. You might not want to journal at all, but just taking some time out and actually writing stuff down about me, how I'm feeling, how I've slept, what I'm, you know, all the things that I'm starting to notice from those trackers, talking about them in a bit more depth in here. So I just wanted to take some time out of my day, sit down and do it. Now, I wake up at 6:30 or earlier every day. 6:30 seems to be my natural wake up time. And I'll come down and I'll put the kettle on and I will spend that time while that kettle's boiling writing my day, journaling what's happened, how I slept, how I'm feeling. I might just do half and then finish the rest of it later. So it doesn't take long, but I'm actually getting things down and I'm having some quiet time where I don't have to think about anything else but just writing my thoughts down. So that has been really useful for me. And I have done that religiously every single day since, well, in fact, before December, because I was doing it before in another journal, just to practice and see if I really enjoyed it. So, you know, it's carried on into January, in the second week, we're nearly in the third week already. Can you believe it? And I just feel like that little bit, see how I've done like a little bit here and I haven't finished because I haven't got anything else to say about the day. I just find it such a useful thing to keep me grounded, to make me feel physically connected to myself and my self-thoughts. That has really helped. And then finally, what's been helping is just making sure that I do sleep and that I try and give myself enough space to have the right amount, like have routines into getting into a good sleep. And so one of the things that I've been doing is not eating after 8 p.m. and I'm actually seeing big improvements in my sleep if I do that and if I take the dogs for a walk, for example. So I've been using this to track that and then track what happens afterwards. So I feel like, you know, for me, having this space to journal here. The other thing I do is I write down my thoughts and feelings in my journal at the back if I found something interesting, especially when it comes to my health. So as you can see, I found out something about my ADHD that I didn't know. And it was such a revelation to me about, this is RSD, and about habits and how, you know, most people can get a habit and it will just become like breathing for them. Whereas if you have ADHD or ADD or any sort of, if you're on the spectrum in this way, it does mean that you do have to think about it. And that is so incredibly tiring. Like, I love sleep. I'm not getting enough of it. But I just, you know, it is so incredibly tiring. And I also write stuff in the back. I like that I can write stuff out anywhere I want, which has been nice. The other thing is, obviously, I've been tracking my reading, and reading before bed rather than being on my phone has been really good. Like, I've been finding it so nice to go to bed with a book and not even think about how, like, you know, like I don't even have to wear my glasses, for example. I can just sit there with a book for a few minutes because I can read maybe 1 or 2 pages and it will gently send me to sleep. The other thing that I use to help me if I'm really stressed is I will try and practice meditation. And by meditation, I don't know if anybody's ever done sleep meditation, but I kind of give my body permission to go to sleep. I don't do guided meditation all the time, but if I just lie and close my eyes and just think about my day, and then I think about, you know, giving permission for every single part, and I go through every single part of my body from the tips of my toes right to the top of my head, just sort of allowing them to rest and relax. And it's so funny, you think you're relaxed until you do that exercise and that you become more relaxed. It's like your body, the tension just lifts. That, for me, that is. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but definitely for me. But I will start talking about that a little bit more and maybe put some meditation practices into the notes pages at the back, because I think it's really important for me to capture what's working. So that is how I combat the blues, I guess, seasonal affective disorder using my planner. I hope that's helped you. If it has, give it a thumbs up. If you've got anything to add, is there anything that you do that I could do to help improve mine? Is there anything that you don't do that you might start doing now that I've mentioned it? I hope you're having a good day. If you are and you want to subscribe to my channel, that would really help me, because that would really make my day. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.